guests who are joining us to take this discussion forward. We have the petitioner, Siddharth Bhupati. We also have the spokesperson of the KPCC, Sanket Yanagi. We also have advocate Aditya Srinivasan. We also have the former DGP of J&K, SP Ved. And we also have an activist, Barkat Rehan. Good to have all of you on the broadcast with us. Siddharth Bhupati, let me begin with you. Do you think with the arrest that has happened and police getting a custody of 3 days, it's at least a beginning?
Yes, very good evening. Certainly it is. So technically the investigation ought to have begun on the 26/8 when the FIR was filed, has begun today, according to me, which is a positive development. But having said that, going forward, the medical examination, the statement has to be recorded by the accused, and all the due procedures have to be followed. So that is the major aspect. But this is a positive beginning.
But isn't it baffling, Siddharth, to you that, and this is what I pointed out when I started the show, that for the last week we had seen this Seer appear before the media. He had continued with his morning box as well. He looked absolutely fine. But the minute he is arrested, we see this list of medical ailments, urging a sense of, wanting a sense of urgency and medical help required by doctors. The timing is very, very questionable. If these ailments in fact were there, why did we not hear about it over the last 1 week?
No, this is what happens with most of the accused. So as soon as the arrest happens, all kind of ailments start to show up. But again, under provisions of law 55A of CRPC, it says it is the duty of the officer in whose custody the accused has been taken. So it is his duty to ensure his health and safety. So it becomes the duty of the investigating officer, and the permission has to be taken by the magistrate. If at all he needs to be admitted to a hospital, and medical treatment has to be done.
Okay, so you're saying at least it's a beginning. Yes, the police would have wanted a longer period of time as far as the custody is concerned, so that this interrogation and questioning can actually begin. But I want to bring in Sanket Yanagi as well. As I said, from day one, it has been against the victims. You've had the Seer come out and say this is a conspiracy. I've heard about it before as well. Politicians also came out one after another, giving a clean chit to the Seer, and the police on the ground refusing to act. How do victims then make their point heard when you're up against a system that is so flawed?
On the day when the stand of our party has been very clear that it requires a fair investigation. We are neither supporting the accused Seer, nor we are saying that he is very innocent and all the allegations are untrue. We never said so. What we have said is about his past conduct. And past conduct is entirely different from the circumstances. Just because he was a Seer, just because he was a noble person, that will not influence the investigation. And we have been very clear since the day one that it requires a detailed probe. Fair and free investigation. Government must give a free hand to the investigating authorities. That has been our request. And now, since the investigation is already underway, we will not be able to say who is right and who is wrong, or whether it is a conspiracy as reached by the or not. It is too difficult for us to say. We cannot jump to a conclusion. And I will not be a part of the media trial to conclude someone as a guilty or not guilty.
No. This is problematic. One sec, Sanket. The media is not pronouncing anybody innocent or guilty. We're saying let law take its own course. The first problem was that there was a delay as far as the investigation is concerned. And as far as a clean chit that is being given, the politicians from across political parties have already given a clean chit to the Seer. So isn't that jumping to conclusion then?
So that is what I said. Mr. Yediyurappa has clearly declared that he is innocent, he has not committed any offense.
No, why only Yediyurappa? Even D.K. Shivakumar has come out and said, look at the kind of work that he has done, he is a noble man. You're already building a case against the victims, aren't you? I'm saying, if the Seer is innocent, let it be proven in the court. Let law take its own course, but at least let it reach that stage, no?
Let us not jump to the conclusion. We have been very clear from the day one. It is Mr. Yediyurappa who is a part of the ruling party as clearly, he is a former chief minister, he is a part of the ruling party. He clearly says that he is innocent, he will come out clean. We never said so. We never justified it. We never say that he should not be investigated.
But did your party
And we have been
once
very
speak,
clear.
one
Let's
sec,
go-
Sanket, did your
We have
party
been- no,
once
one-
speak
let me
in
speak
favor
my
of the
sentence.
victims? No. All we
No,
heard
let-
from DK Shivakumar and others
you-
were
you
that
have
he
to
is a
allow me to
noble
complete
man.
my sentence.
He might have done a lot in the past. But there are also
No.
allegations against him for sexual harassment. Let that be proven in a court of law. Why
It
are
is true.
politicians jumping the gun? It's politicians
No.
who are jumping the gun, not the media.
Yes, it is the politicians from the BJP who have jumped the gun, not from the Congress.
No,
Congress has said that it requires a
no
fair
political party can take a higher moral ground. All political parties across party lines have let the victims down because of their sheer silence. And this is what I said when I started the
No,
show.
since from the beginning, we
This
are
is a
very clear
letdown
on two aspects.
to the
No,
victims,
one
not
minute.
just by the
Ridhima,
system, but by the
Ridhima,
political
Ridhima,
parties
let
as
me-
well.
Let me complete the sentence, Ridhima. We have pointed out two circumstances. Firstly, that there are two complaints against each other. Secondly, that there is a delay in filing complaints in both the sides. So, it requires investigation at the free hands of the police. And the moment police take up the investigation and conduct this, and ultimately who is guilty, who is not guilty, at least it's a matter of subject matter of
Absolutely,
investigation.
but let it
Or the
reach that
trial.
stage. Till now, it wasn't even reaching that stage because the police and the system wanted to aid this Seer. They wanted to shield him. That's exactly what I'm saying. I agree with
Now
you.
the
Let
investigation
law
is
take its
on.
own course. But we weren't letting it even reach that stage.